If you guys are not aware, grant communities, they don't just fund spreadsheets, they fund visions. I'm actually going to be showing you how I use a 3 tool AI stack to generate a professional product mockup, financial projections, and a full proposal in the time that it actually takes, we'll say, to eat lunch. Alrighty, so ladies and gentlemen, as stated, welcome back to the channel. I would like to introduce you to what is known as Venngage. Now, if you guys have not, be sure to click the link down below and get yourself started. Not only that, I also have a special code that you can use, and I'll talk about that here in just a few moments. All right, so we got Venngage, create infographics smarter with AI. Over here, you can actually go to sign up, log in. As I've already briefly mentioned, I am logged in at this current moment. And you guys will actually see down here, there's going to be a lot of different things that you can actually check out, right? So, for example, I already have a whole bunch of designs, all right? So, what I'm going to do now is I want you guys to understand whenever it comes to the AI design tools that are available, these are very important, right? Very, very, very important. But not only that, you guys, as mentioned, you can actually use this exact funding fast track system today. And if you actually use our code known as Future AI 50, you'll actually get 50% off your annual premium, or let's say your business plan. All right. Not only that, but I also want you guys to understand that this is the ultimate capital capture system that allows you to visualize the future before actually building it. You heard that correct. And if you guys do not know, I mean, one of the biggest challenges today is actually securing grant funding and an agonizing, high stakes technical bottleneck. So most applicants, they actually fail because they submit dry, text heavy documents with generic stock photos or uninspired spreadsheets. All right. So, once again, whenever it comes to Venngage, I need you guys to understand it actually moves a founder from idea to funded reality in minutes, not weeks, you guys, creating an application that is both compliant and obviously visually persuasive. All right. So if we go ahead and get started, once again, this is the overall dashboard. You can see our previous design, which is pretty cool. But let's start off with something fresh, okay? We are going to do a free AI image generator. You heard that correct. And you guys will see right here a little prompt. You're going to be able to put whatever you want. In this case, we're going to do a high fidelity, sleek metallic architecture, aka resolution. All right. So we're going to click that, and you guys are going to see how fast that this thing is going to work. All right. But not only that, you guys, once this actually kind of works its magic, I want you guys to understand you can actually modify the overall image and you can actually change things. Okay. So you guys will see right now the AI is kind of working it out, right? So we actually have some really cool images already. And you guys can see that, right? So these actually look pretty dope, not gonna lie. I have to admit, I do like these, right? I like these a lot, okay? So you can actually move these. You guys can see that, right? So we have all these here, which is pretty cool, right? Let's just kind of adjust these just so you guys can see them all, right? Let's go ahead and move this one real quick, and we're gonna make it a little bit smaller, right? So you guys can see that, right? And you can actually modify these. So for example, you can see ask AI to make changes, all right? So very important you guys understand exactly how this works. But not only that, you guys, but you can use different things, right? So, for example, we're going to change the lighting temperature to, let's say, like warm, right? And you guys will see that the AI, it's going to kind of work its magic once again, which is actually pretty cool. All right. And after this, you guys, I have something else to show you that I think you guys are going to absolutely love, right? So, you guys will see, obviously, this is for images. And I have to admit, once again, these look great. They look inspiring. They look absolutely really beautiful in my overall opinion. So you guys can see right there, we have the original. right? And now we have this one. So it actually looks pretty cool. So you can actually modify each image as you would like. All right. Now, continuing on, you guys are going to see right here, we have free AI bar graph generator. Okay. So we're actually going to go ahead and generate something, right? So I want you guys to understand, this right here is pretty cool, pretty easy to use as well. So we can actually generate with AI. So let's go ahead and just kind of type something in here. We're going to create a professional bar graph comparing projected yield versus energy consumption over 5 years, right? We're actually going to be able to highlight the moment that we hit net zero in contrasting color, style, well, analytical, clean, and persuasive. So we're going to go right here to generate bar. And you guys can actually see some examples down below as well. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And once again, you guys, you're going to be able to watch the AI, right? It's going to be able to clean the data and create a graph that actually makes the financial logic undeniable. Very important you guys understand that. Okay. So there you have it. You guys can see that right here. Okay. So it looks great in my overall opinion. We got projected yield versus energy. We got consumption, right? So reaching net zero. So you guys can see right here exactly what it works. Data shows 2015 total carbon dioxide emissions from fuel combustion, right? Million metric tons. Okay. So you guys can actually, you can move a lot of stuff around if you'd like to, right? So you guys could see that, right? You can make changes. You can do whatever you'd like here. Okay. So actually, we literally did nothing. Right? We just kind of put some information in a prompt and it was automatically able to create this information for us. All right. Which is awesome. Okay. Now, something else I'd like to talk about, you guys, let's say free AI grant proposal generator. Right. So in this case, we're going to create something else, a full grant proposal application for a sustainable urban referencing the visual data. Right. So obviously the tone here is going to be authoritative, objective, and compliance. All right. We're going to go ahead and generate that as well. I want you guys to understand, the AI here, you guys, it's going to be able to work its magic. Very important. You guys can actually see over here, we actually got a lot of pages, right? Which is actually pretty cool. Not only that, but I want you guys to understand, this is going to be extremely important for you guys to follow. All right. Very important. All right. So you guys will see right there, we got number 1, right? Then we got, as mentioned, we got 2, 3, 4, and 5. So obviously it's going to take a little bit of time here for it to work its magic, but you guys can see it's kind of doing exactly what we are looking for. Okay. Which is great as mentioned. Okay, so there we have it. Just kind of taking a look. So page 1, okay, we can go that sustainable urban agriculture project. And we have right here executive summary. So that looks pretty cool. We got community impact and need, agriculture deserts, right? And then here we got technical plan, vertical farming technology. Then we even have the 5-year budget justification. Okay. So I want you guys to understand, the AI, technically, you guys, this thing could build, a massive amount of pages, right? So let's say provide information for 20 pages. That's what we want to do here, right? 20 pages in total. Okay, that is what we're going to do. All right. So let's see if it's actually going to be able to add more pages for us and see if it's going to be able to work its magic, right? So you guys can see right here, we have page numbers. So outline 15 additional sections such as risk management. So add 15 new pages with relevant headings, text. Does this plan look right? Yeah. So we're actually just going to go ahead and approve that. Okay. So not only that, you guys, but I want you guys to understand, we're going to be able to drag the high fidelity visual mockup into the cover page. Not only that, but also that bar graph. We could do that into the budget justification section. So technically all we have to do, you guys, is apply an official Brain Kit palette. Okay. So if we actually go over here to Brand Kit, let's actually give this a few seconds here to work its magic to get those 20 pages. But after that, you guys are going to see over here that we do have Brand Kits, right? So Brand Kit, you guys, as mentioned, we're going to be able to change a whole bunch of different things here. Same thing with the AI writing and same thing with the accessibility check. So let's say if it's just you, or let's say even your team, you're actually going to have them, or if you'd like to, you can actually review everything and see everything that is happening. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, after waiting about a few minutes, considering we had to add about 20 pages Once you guys understand, we are officially done, right? But if you'd like to, there's a lot of different things that you can add in here. So, for example, let's say images. So you guys already know we had those other ones, right? So for example, we did have the bar chart, right? I've already downloaded this, pretty easy and simple. Same thing with let's see, the pictures, right? I've already downloaded this as well. So technically, you guys, what we can do is we can actually add these in here. So I downloaded it, right? You guys can see that over here, and then we can actually add these in here. So for example, these images, we can actually add this over here in the very first page. Let's kind of put it that way, right? And then you guys will see, boom, easy and simple. Let's just kind of, I don't know, let's do something like that, or we could do whatever we want, but we can actually remove all these different shapes here. Let's do that first, and you guys can see how easy and simple this is, right? So, boom, right? So pretty cool. You can edit it as mentioned, right? Let's just kind of go to there. There we go. Then we're gonna go over here, right? So yeah, a lot of different things you could do here. Let's actually do that again. So there we go. Okay. So yeah, you guys can see that right there, the images, right? So pretty cool, pretty awesome. You can edit the image. You can, there's a lot of different things that you can actually change here. You can even do like background remover. So let's see if I'll actually remove the white. So it removed a little bit. But yeah, so let's return to the original. So yeah, you guys can see that, pretty cool, right? Pretty awesome. And then after that, if you guys would like to, let's see, let's get our other pages. Very bottom, we have our budget, right? So our budget, we can actually go ahead and add this little bar graph that we've already done, right? So you guys can see that right here. You can just kind of edit things to make it look a little bit more professional as so. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. I think this is extremely helpful. Over here on the far left, you guys will see there's other things as well. You can add a brand kit, you can edit a brand kit. There's a lot of different things that you can actually do here. So once again, you got like brand images, right? So we can upload a lot of different things, right? You can kind of choose exactly what you want. Not only that, you can see over here, upload fonts, brand icons, just a lot of different stuff, right? So let's go back to that real quick. Let's go to edit, and you guys will see over here once again brand kit. So if you'd like to, you can actually use the AI tools. I mean, this is extremely helpful as well. So I'm gonna highly recommend that you guys dive down into this and check it out. Okay. So it's going to be able to help guide you. So for example, the AI designer, we can put over here that we're going to kind of change the brand kit, right? We want deep greens and let's say charcoals, right? We're going to add that in here as well, right? Which is actually going to be pretty cool, right? So this is going to be great, especially for, like I said, an official brand kit palette. Okay, you can do this with just one click. Not only that, you guys, but I want to talk about, you can get generic paragraphing. You can use the AI assistant, right? So in this case, once you guys understand, we can make this thing actually more compliant driven. All right, so we'll do that here in just a second once this kind of works its magic. But I want you guys to understand these AI tools over here to the very far left, they are extremely helpful, you guys. They are very, very, very helpful in my opinion. Okay. Alrighty. So literally after just kind of waiting a few minutes, you guys can see that it's already, worked its magic, right? So once again, it's updated with the deep green and charcoal color palette across 20 pages, okay? Now, if we go over here to the left, once again, we got a lot of important stuff. We got the AI writing, right? So I want you guys to understand, I mean, this right here is extremely important, right? So you can actually kind of like choose a text, right? There's a lot of different things you can actually do here, but we're actually just going to kind of change this, make it a little bit more compliant as mentioned, okay? You guys will see right here, make this sound more compliant. There's supposed to be a T there, and research driven, okay? Now, I want you guys to understand, I am once again probably going to have to wait a little bit, but once it officially does this, you're actually going to be able to check out the work and everything that has been done, especially whenever it comes to whatever you're working on and whatever type of design, I guess I should say, right? So we're actually going to go up to the file here in just a moment, and I'm going to show you how this works. Alrighty, guys. So once again, after waiting about a minute or so, we can actually click back and you guys can see I mean, it's already changed, like, just by looking at the front page, look at that, it's already changed it, compliance framework, right? So, you can actually go through this, and, once again, you can see everything that it's done, alright? So, if you'd like to, go up here to File, okay? Go to Accessibility, go to Check Accessibility, and you can check My Design. So, like I stated, if you have a team, you can go through all this, and you guys can see, right, what's passed, what's fail, what needs reviewed, right? Use a caller, right? You guys can see everything here. So technically, it gives a whole bunch of important things to pay attention to, right? So, anyways, there you guys have it. Big opportunity here, especially whenever it comes to this, right? I want you guys to understand. I mean, this is great. Okay. Technically, I'm running this overall check, you guys, to make sure that the application meets WCAG compliance standard, right? So it's a non-negotiable step that proves professional attention to detail. Okay? So that right there is very important. So make sure you guys dive down into this as mentioned. I mean, you guys just saw how to technically generate a complete high fidelity grant proposal bundle, including mockups, data visualization, structured text in minutes. All right. So make sure you guys tag Venngage Vidge on social media. They typically, if you're looking to secure your grant funding, they're going to be able to help. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. Don't let dry, text heavy documents cost you your funding. Check the description below for the links to all three of these tools. And make sure to use code FutureAI50 for 50% off your annual plan. Not only that, be sure to smash up that like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment. We'll see you in the next one.